All right, you rotten little leprechaun. Where'd you put my puzzle piece? Slan, top of the morning to ya and happy St. Patrick's Day. Please forgive the lousy Irish accent, but I learned to speak Irish by watching Michael Nesmith. So I only really know how to say, does the bride come with potatoes? I've got a lovely puzzle for you today. It's called Lucky Charms. This cute little puzzle is only 300 pieces, a perfect puzzle for a lovely St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to enjoy this one a lot, but before I do, first, I'm going to have me some Irish coffee. Now, I have to say, I don't put whiskey or sugar in my coffee. My coffee's only Irish because it's green. It might be green, but it's still good. Now, let's get working on the puzzle. So here's the puzzle. Lucky Charms, art by Tom Wood, the manufacturer is Sunsout, and they're usually a random cut, which is fine with me. I like a random cut. Look at this cute image. We've got cute little kittens and a cute little doggy. We've got horseshoe and some four-leaf clover and a harp and lots of gold and a lovely rainbow. This should be a fun little puzzle to do. Now, while I'm doing this puzzle, I will be telling you some things I learned about St. Patrick's Day and about St. Patrick himself. But first, let's get this open. These are lovely big pieces. Nice large pieces. Look at how big these are. They're almost a little too big, but they're good for little hands. If you've got little ones that want to do puzzles, this one is good for little hands because they're very easy to hold. So, I'm going to get started, and I'll start giving you some information on St. Patrick while I'm working on it. Legend has it, my da was part Irish, but I think that's blarney. And the reason I think so is because I've done his genealogy as far back as I could take it, and I couldn't find any Irish. In fact, I couldn't find much evidence they ever got out of South Carolina. But he definitely had a lot of the blarney about him. Now, we know that St. Patrick was born in Ireland, right? That's blarney. Where he was born is now called Britain. But we also know he wasn't the first Christian missionary to go to Ireland, and that's true. He just was the first one to be successful. And the reason he was successful is because he drove all the snakes out of Ireland and into the Irish Sea. What? No? No, that's blarney too. You see, there's never been any evidence there ever were any snakes in Ireland. Now, did he teach the concept of the Trinity by using a three-leafed shamrock? Well, there's some mention, but there's no proof, so we don't know for sure. But what we do know is that green has always been the lucky color with Irish people, right? Oh, that's blarney. It's actually the favorite color of the good people. You know, the fairies. They would steal people especially children, because they wore too much green. And so the Irish thought green was unlucky, not lucky at all. Now, a good old Irish tradition is the St. Patrick's Day parade. Oh, that's blarney. It's an American tradition. And I think several cities have laid claim to being the first one. Minnesota, New York City, I don't know for sure. But it's definitely an American tradition, not an Irish one. Now, we know that Guinness is good for the heart. Yes? Well, folks, that's true, according to research by the American Heart Association. Guinness might be as effective as one of those little low-dose aspirins that some people take in reducing blood clots. So you could say it might be good for the heart. Now, let's talk about leprechauns. I've had quite a few dealings with leprechauns myself because they steal my puzzle pieces that fall on the floor and they hide them. They'll hide them for weeks. Sometimes they'll hide them for months. And then, just when I'm ready to forget that puzzle piece entirely, it appears, usually sitting on my foot. They are real. There's no doubt about it. They are cute, mischievous elves in Irish folklore, right? Oh, that's blarney. No, they're disgruntled, nasty and brutish elves. Well, and they worked for cobblers. That's why they have to put things either in my shoe or on my foot. Now, what about the luck of the Irish? That is supposed to be true. However, it is blarney. It actually refers to the luck many Irish descendants had during the gold and silver rush in America. However, it could also be interpreted as a condescending remark referring to the Irish only finding gold due to luck, not brains. But, of course, that cannot possibly be true, right? The Irish are some of the smartest people in the world. Okay, I'm going to let you decide if that's truth or blarney. I'm not going down that road myself. The O in many Irish surnames actually does not refer to a shortening of the word of. It doesn't mean that at all. It's actually an old Irish term signifying you are someone's grandchild. So O is for grandson. So O'Connor is the grandson of Connor. And that's what it means. And now let's talk about corned beef and cabbage. I grew up eating corned beef and cabbage on St. Patrick's Day. It was considered to be the traditional Irish meal in honor of St. Patrick. But who knows? I don't think so. Supposedly, Irish bacon is the traditional meal. So that's fine with me. I think I'd like corned beef wrapped in bacon, baked in the oven. That would be lovely. Just a few more little pieces to go here. In there. And you go there. And perhaps we'll find another home for you somewhere. There we go. There. And then one here. And where's this fella here? Where's this fella here? Did he fall on the floor? Let me see. Certainly. I won't miss it. Nope. He fell on the floor. There we go. The last one. What a nice little puzzle. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, if you'd give it a thumbs up, I'd certainly appreciate that. And please, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, and I promise in the next video I won't do this silly accent. There won't be no need anyway. So here's an Irish blessing for ya. May the road rise up to meet ya, and if it does, may the leprechauns help you to your feet again. So, until the next video, I hope you'll be enjoying your St. Patrick's Day. I hope you'll be enjoying your life and everything that's green in the world. And just to be clear, don't give corned beef to your cats.